Scott, thank you for joining us. We end pre-season with a draw. Can I get your thoughts on the game first?
Yeah, this was always going to be our toughest game today because we've done a real heavy week going into the game today. We played a Premier League team behind closed doors yesterday, so I wanted the players to come into today's game really fatigued. So you could probably see that where the players were really tired. But I wanted that because it's part of pre-season, but it's now the last game. And we played against a side that were good today whilst being fatigued. So the exercise was perfect in many ways. Lots to think about, lots to look at, lots to break down and think about. And the biggest thing for me is the mentality of the team has to be really at the front of their game because they're fatigued, so it's important that they keep the right mentality when tired. And I felt that we started the game like we were really tired. Actually, the last 20 minutes of the first half, I thought we got into our flow. Big periods of the second half, we got into our flow. But like I say, we have to overcome tiredness, fatigue. We have to overcome them moments in games where we feel like that. But listen, really good week. They've covered a lot of distance this week in terms of training and the games that we've played. So job done.
Yeah, Josh Flint just said, as we spoke to him before, he said that he seemed like we were playing well for only 20 minutes of each half when we should be playing well for 45 minutes of each half. So it's good that obviously the players understand that, and there's not necessarily a lot to sort of work on. Well, not a lot to fix before next week.
Yeah, like I say, I think that he's probably right. We probably did play well for 20 minutes in each period. But given the week that we've had, I'll take that, and given kind of the fact that we played a Premier League team last night behind closed doors, I'll take that. But the players have covered a hell of a lot of distance over the last 5 weeks, so now we come right off them. From Monday onwards, we come right off them in terms of the distance, and we'll be really detailed in terms of the sessions that they do between now and Saturday.
Yeah, and I suppose, as you say, it's now the perfect chance to get a full week on the training ground. Is there anything sort of specific you'll be picking up on from today or the last few games that you want to sort of iron out before the weekend?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I'm going to spend probably the whole day tomorrow watching this game back, watching Aldershot back, watching the game from last night back, and putting some bits together so we can really look at the detail of our tactical game, so it's clear for the players. But yeah, there's lots of elements of where we need to improve. Definitely, we're a new team, so we're going to be coaching the team throughout the season, as opposed to just preparing them. We have to coach them. So yeah, there's lots of work to be done still, because it's a new team. So, but yeah, that's why I get paid a wage from the football club, for me to improve the players and to make sure that we're competitive in League One.
Yeah, last night and also today was the first chance we got to saw the new signing, Cam Bragg. What did you make of his 2 performances across the 2 days?
Yeah, I liked him. I think he's a very good footballer. He's quite tenacious as well. He's brave. He'll drop into positions to get on the ball when there's a bit of pressure on him, and he's happy to take the ball. He'll play forward. He's been injured, so it's pleasing to get him on the pitch. But he's not far away now. It was a good 60 minutes he got in his tank today, so that will stand him in good stead for the future.
Yeah, plenty of options in that midfield area. We've seen a few of them sort of dot around. Obviously, we spoke after Aldershot about Jeremy coming in or Armando coming in there. Obviously, Anderson can play in either the deeper or the one further forward. So it must be pleasing going into Blackpool having so many options in, probably especially with the way we play one of the most important areas.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we want to have good footballers in the middle of the pitch, and I feel we've got that option to move people around a little bit and to make sure that we play in a manner where we're brave on the ball. We play through. I think that we still got a lot of work to do in terms of getting a real clear picture of how we play through. And the final third as well. I think once we get in that final third, we didn't create enough today for me. I think you saw Harry Forster when he come on, opened it up a little bit in terms of his tenacity to drive at the opposition. create a few kind of, obviously his goal, and then probably should have had a shot as well later on. But yeah, we've got good players, you know, to manoeuvre around them positions. But yeah, we've got a lot of work to do still on the training ground to make sure that everybody's understanding of their roles and responsibilities.
Yeah, we know you'll always demand more from the players, and we can never say that we're the finished article. But in terms of the whole of pre-season, leading into the final week, are you sort of happy and sort of content heading into the first competitive game?
The one thing I want to see is a mentality that we believe, and you know, we have a real swagger about us. And at the moment, we need to find that. We feel as if we've a bunch of individuals that's been thrown together, and we try and coach them obviously to become a team, which we will, and we eventually we will see that. But there needs to become a mentality towards that as well, where we've got a bit of personality the way we play, and the players need to learn that really quickly, because if you're going to play my team, you've got to have a personality to be brave to get on the ball, but you've also got to have a tenacity about you where the opposition have the ball, we're going to go get after them and go and win the ball back. So that can only happen over time. I can't give them that mentality. I can't give them that fighting spirit to have a bit of swagger about them. But I'm sure when they've been with me over a course of weeks, months, they'll learn to try and have that within their game. And that's important, that we have that personality to play in the way that we want to play.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Josh, thank you for joining us. It's a draw in our final pre-season friendly. Can I get your thoughts on the game first?
Yeah, I thought we had some good spells and some spells we can improve on. I think we just need to dominate the game for longer periods. I think we played well for maybe 25-30 minutes a half, and I think now we just need to get that little extra bit and make it the full game.
Yeah, it seems like over the course of pre-season, over the course of the games, we've worked on different things. Obviously at the start it's all about getting minutes and sort of getting back up to speed, but then these last few games, as the gaffer's touched on, is all about sort of getting the passages of play right, and it looks like a lot of the time we're nearly there. Would you agree? Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, I think it's just them little finishing touches that we need to get ready for next week.
Yeah, and for yourself, obviously, you've come in at the left side of centre-back. I think you've played pretty much every minute of pre-season so far. You haven't missed a lot. So how have you been finding it?
Yeah, good. Pre-season's always tough, but yeah, I've stayed fit over the off-season, so I was ready to go as soon as I came in. And yeah, just playing games is important when you're at a new team, trying to gel, trying to find players' strengths and weaknesses, so you can use them in the game. But yeah, I've really enjoyed it so far, and we just got to take that into the season.
Yeah, I suppose that's one of the benefits of playing almost every minute of pre-season, is that you've got plenty of time to gel, and you've also been able to experience a lot of different teammates, because obviously the midfield's changed a lot with new signings, injuries as well. So, and the way that Gaffer likes to play, you're always looking to sort of pass into that midfield. So you must have had a good sort of variation of players to sort of learn how each other play.
Yeah, exactly. I think we've got a squad of 20-25 players, so it's just about learning each other's games and using that in the season if it's different strengths for different games, and using everyone to their full ability.
Yeah, obviously the role that you played, the sort of the way the team play, involves you having the ball at your feet quite a lot. Is that a change of pace from what you were used to last season, or is that sort of just been a natural sort of progression to Crawley?
I think it's a natural progression. I like to play with the ball, and I think the manager does as well, so I think I fit in his team well. And to be fair, he's drilled it into us that we want to be a footballing team. So yeah, I think I've fit in really well.
Yeah, we were obviously only a week away, 7 days from our first league fixture. You said there just a few finishing touches, but we're not far off, are we? And we should be very competitive this season.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, obviously only a week left, so we're really ready for the season, and I think just really buzzing to get started for it.
Yeah, you mentioned the sort of finishing touches. What do you think it is that we need to work on in the last sort of week of training before that Blackpool game? Is it just sort of being a little bit more clinical in the final third, or is it just a bit of everything?
I think it's a little bit of everything. I think, as I said, we've dominated the game and played really good spells for large majorities of the game. I just think now to get over and make it more clinical and win games, I think it's just that little extra bit.
Perfect. Thank you, Josh.
Cheers. Thank you.